They never denied his existence. They simply made sure no one acknowledged it. From the outside, the family appeared untouchable. Old wealth, carefully protected influence, a legacy designed to look flawless from every angle. Every public appearance reinforced the same message. One name carried forward. One successor presented to the world. One future already decided long before questions could be asked. But behind that polished image, another heir existed. Not a rumor, not a mistake buried in the past. An adult, fully aware, fully capable, and deliberately kept away from the family identity. He wasn't hidden because he lacked legitimacy. He was hidden because acknowledging him would have changed everything. Power does not fear weakness. It fears disruption. Quiet support replaced recognition. Education without acknowledgement. Resources without public identity. A carefully constructed distance that allowed him to live close enough to observe power, but far enough to never touch it. Behind closed doors, conversations unfolded without emotion. There were no raised voices, no dramatic confrontations, only calm discussions framed as necessity. Lawyers spoke in careful language. Accountants calculated consequences. Documents were reviewed, revised, and quietly sealed. It wasn't personal. It was strategic. Recognizing him would fracture inheritance structures that had been protected for generations. It would raise questions no one was prepared to answer, and questions are dangerous to people whose influence depends on silence. So instead of erasing records, they erased recognition. No surname attached, no public acknowledgement, no seat at the table where decisions were made. The chosen successor moved forward under bright lights, introduced to powerful allies, celebrated in public spaces, prepared carefully to carry the family legacy in full view of the world. Meanwhile, the other heir remained in the background, watching from a distance, understanding the rules without ever being allowed to participate. Years passed, and silence did exactly what it was designed to do. But silence is never empty. It leaves traces. Unexplained financial transfers, agreements signed quietly, support given without explanation or acknowledgement. Nothing loud enough to expose the truth, just enough to keep it alive. Those closest to power understood the arrangement. No one spoke about it directly. No one asked questions that required answers. Because the truth was never meant to destroy the family. It was meant to remain buried. And buried secrets have a strange way of shaping lives. The unacknowledged heir built his own existence outside the name that should have been his. Independent, yet forever connected to decisions he never had a voice in. A presence felt only in the margins of power. He knew where the boundaries were drawn. He knew which doors would never open. And he understood that the silence surrounding him was not accidental. It was maintained. From time to time, inconsistencies surfaced. A transfer that didn't align with public records. An agreement signed by people who never appeared together. Small details that meant nothing to outsiders but everything to those paying attention. Still, nothing changed. Because power does not correct itself unless forced to. And no one was prepared to force it. The family empire continued, expanding, rebranding, adapting to new eras while guarding old decisions. Publicly, the narrative remained clean. Privately, the truth remained untouched. Some secrets are dangerous when exposed. Others are dangerous when acknowledged. This one belonged to the second kind. It existed quietly, known by a few, ignored by many. and carefully protected by those who benefited most from its silence. Because in the world of power, erasing someone doesn't always mean removing them completely. Sometimes it simply means pretending they were never meant to be seen.